At least not him, but people about him. And Michael Irvin actually looked like he got his head trimmed a little bit. The slope is still there, but at least it looks smooth. The crew's in the house. The weekend's over.
My wife made me, not you. It's her. She made me, not
somebody
you.
did.
600 touchdown passes for Tom Brady.
The fan said when you asked for the football, he said he couldn't say no to Tom Brady.
He's going to get something nice in return.
Touchdown, Patriots!
They punch us in the freaking mouth.
Oh, great is Jamar Chase.
Came in, he played a great game, just move on.
That's how you replace the injured Darren Waller.
He put it out there for me and just tried to pull it in.
Touchdown, I-N-D-Y.
It was just another game. This team, we got bigger goals.
Kick from Koo is away. Good. Atlanta wins.
There's no 50-50 balls with Devontae. It's always in his favor.
What an outstanding grab.
We did some pretty special things in my 5 years here.
I've said it a bunch of times. I love my time there. Once the ball was snapped, it was football time.
You're embarrassed. I mean, you just got spanked pretty good.
And the king has thrown for a big 6.
I'm always say Derek MVP for sure.
Good morning and welcome into First Take on this Monday. Thank you so much for being with us. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I am crewed up as always. Stephen A. Smith to my right. Hello. The playmaker, Michael Irvin. Good day, sir. Great to see you. And the one and only, my guy, Dan Orlovsky.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It's good to be. You see the space that this man covers when he has his hand?
We'll talk about the tie later. We'll talk about the tie later.
The skinny tie?
He looks
We'll
great.
talk about it.
Skinny tie I wore the Cowboys colors.
You don't
great.
need to be commenting about nobody's wardrobe. I mean,
What do you mean?
you actually dressing down right now. I mean, I'm usually dizzy from looking at your outfit. Right now, you all right. Molly, as always, you look lovely.
Thank you, guys.
It's a beautiful table. It's a beautiful table, but it's a lot of blood and beating up is about to happen.
All right.
So it's all good.
Whatever you say.
Let's go there. Speaking of getting beaten up, what happened and what is going on with these Kansas City Chiefs? I will lean on you, gentlemen. The world beaters, now 3-4, trounced by the Tennessee Titans 27-3. Patrick Mahomes has not been the same this season. It's up for debate whether or not it's a Patrick thing or is it a team problem. He had no TDs, 1 interception. Mahomes is still searching for answers like myself. Here he is.
Being enough leaders on this team, we have to find a way. I mean, I don't know what that's going to take yet. We'll go in, we'll talk about it, we'll figure it out, we'll watch the film. But I trust that we'll find it. But that's what part of great teams are, is being able to battle through adversity. It's been kind of rainbows and flowers and awesome for these last few years, but it's still early in the year. I mean, we can still go get whatever we want, but it's going to take us getting better every single day. I think we have the talent in this locker room that we can make it happen.
Dan, we talk about parity in the NFL, but this offseason, I would have never imagined asking this question. But do you think the Chiefs will miss the playoffs?
Right now, absolutely. It's a bad football team. They do things that bad football teams do. I mean, you guys notice, first of all, they're third in the NFL in offensive penalties. You go watch the game yesterday, big play, penalty. First down completion, penalty. It hasn't changed. We're a third way through the season. The penalties still show up. They lead the NFL in giveaways. Way too many turnovers. Now, Patrick Mahomes is part of the problem. Absolutely. If we're going to praise him when he's playing so well, we've got to be critical of the play when he's not playing good. Right now, Patrick has to go from, I've got to be that playmaker, special talent, to game manager.
I've been saying
There's multiple times yesterday. We showed it on Get Up where it's first down. He goes to throw the ball. It's not there, and he's got a check down right here. That's not a sexy play. It's not a talent play. It's a boring play that quarterbacks like me can make, and that's why he won't make it, because anybody can make that throw. But that's what this football team needs out of him right now. He's trying to make up. They were down 24.
How are you a game manager when you need points, though, Dan?
They were down 24-0 yesterday, and they had run 11 plays. 24-0. They had run 11 offensive plays. But that being said, the offense is part of this problem. The performance by the offensive line is bad right now. They traded a first-round pick for Orlando Brown. They're bad. So, again, penalties on offense, bad teams do that. Giveaways on offense, bad teams do that. They cannot stop me from anything defensively. They play man coverage. I got a saying, if you can't play man with the people, don't play man. They play man coverage all the time like they got lockdown corners. They don't. The physical domination by Tennessee. So when is it going to flip? Who is it going to flip with?
Okay.
The trade deadline's in a week.
Okay. Yep.
So how are they going to get better? This is a bad football team right now.
All right. Hold on. Let me take this. I'll save you for last.
Stephen A., you don't want this.
Please, you don't want this, okay?
Come on.
You stop your nonsense. The defense is trash. We conceded that a long time ago, okay? The defense and secondary, I mean, listen, when you look at their front four, they're a bit healthy. They can get to the quarterback. They didn't have time to get to the quarterback because people were open. I'm talking about, what did they? What is it? What did happen? What is it? 11? I mean, Ryan Tannehill completed his first 11 passes.
Yes.
His first 11 passes. 9 of their first 17 plays were for first downs. Yep. They can't stop a cold. I've been saying that for weeks. Their defense is trash. The only good game they had was the second half against the Washington football team, a team without a name and with a muffler as a quarterback. Don't get me started with the Washington football team. That's all. It's the truth. And that's all they had. Their defense is trash. We all understood that. And unless Dan Orlovsky is willing to sit here and say, Patrick Mahomes ain't the best quarterback in football, I don't want to hear anything from you because I have nobody said that yet. This man has not looked like the best quarterback in football. We know that, and we want to say that. But when are we going to say definitively he's not the best quarterback in football? Because let me tell you something right now. I look at him, and I look at the defense being trash, and because of it, he's trying to overcompensate. You're right in terms of him needing to make the conventional play, the easy play, and stop looking to engage in heroics. That may be true, but it has worked for them in the past. It's not working for them now. Right. So now you got 3 quarters of the season to right the ship. We got Andy Reid, a veteran head coach and a Super Bowl champion now. We got Eric Bieniemy, a big-time offensive coordinator. We still got Patrick Mahomes. You got Travis Kelce. You got Tyreek Hill. You got McCole Hardman. You got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I'm saying that these brothers can sit up there and right the ship. I'm not trying to act like they were impressive yesterday. They were horrible. But I'm saying, could they right the ship enough to be one of 7 teams in the playoffs in the AFC? Yes, they can.
Let me tell you the issue here. And even watching Patrick Mahomes talk about it, and I remember it. I remember going through it. What they're going through right now is the reality that nobody's scared anymore.
Sure.
And you walk in a game, you think you're still that old team, and you think you're just going to shake it off and go back to killing people and dictating from an offensive standpoint, because that's what they've been doing for years. They've dictated to defenses, this is what we're going to do. We'll make you do this and then tear you up. And they no longer can do that. And I'm going to tell you something. Every game you go in, I don't care that you are no longer the same team. Every game you go in, they're still going to say, well, these are the Super Bowl. They went back-to-back Super Bowls. That's what we're playing. So now you got to match that intensity when you have all the doubt that you have. I remember Dion coming in that room one day when we were talking. We had just lost another game. And he said, Mike, we got to do something about it. I looked at him. I said, time. It's over. Yeah. The dynasty is over. That dynasty right now, as we know it, the Kansas City Chiefs, it's over. They will not get to the playoffs this year. Nobody's even talking about their schedule. They can come out of these next 4 games going into the bye at 1-3. They can lose these next 4. They got a tough schedule coming up. They got New York, then they got Green Bay, Las Vegas, and Dallas. They can lose all 3 of those games.
That is a gauntlet.
That's 1-4 before the bye. This is over for the Kansas City Chiefs, and I don't know if they can get it back.
I'll answer your question. Right now, Patrick Mahomes is not the best quarterback in football. He is still the most talented player.
Right, we're talking about playing.
But he is not the best quarterback in football right now. He's not even playing top 5 right now.
I agree.
Right.
Stephen A., you know what offensive line has given up the most pressures in football this year? The Kansas City Chiefs. Right. So if we're going to sit here and say they are going to fix the things that they're not doing well, it will start with the offensive line. It can't. They're not playing good football. Right. Their left tackle's not playing good. He's not a pass-blocking offensive lineman. He came from Baltimore in a run-blocking scheme. Their right tackle has been getting beat by like a drum all year. The interior has been incredibly inconsistent. Right. McCole Hardman cannot be the guy that pulls the Chiefs out of mistakes. CEH is not going to be the guy that pulls them out of mistakes. If you think that they're just going to flip the switch and stop with the penalties and stop with the takeaways, that's good. But I'm not buying that.
But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying that let's take everything into consideration. In 2019, Kansas City had 45 sacks.
Okay.
Last year they had 32. okay? You weren't getting to the quarterback the way that you were. You blitzed about 7% more than you did the previous season. You have to understand that from a defensive standpoint, they recognize their inhibitions. They recognize their flaws, their deficiencies, et cetera, et cetera. What you had was a quarterback that could make up for it. When did everything really, really turn? It turned in the Super Bowl when we saw Patrick Mahomes running for his life.
Okay.
Because the mystique that they had in terms of being an offensive juggernaut and explode. Because remember, in the year that they went to the Super Bowl, they were down. They were down by 24 in a playoff game. They were down by 17
by every game.
in a 17 in an AFC Championship game. And everybody knew they were going to come back because their offense was that explosive. The difference between then and now is that Patrick Mahomes is making some mistakes that he usually is a caretaker of the football. That hasn't